whole week. It's great. Okay. So, do a bit of everything today. So we're going to start with some upper body work. We'll do a bit of core work, and then we're going to finish off with a bit of leg strengthening stuff. I will meet you in a minute. Obviously, if you ever have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and shout, and I will hear you. Yeah, otherwise, we will get started. Has anyone's got any questions? No. Okay, fine. Obviously, you can put the music on in the background because you are muted. But if you're like me, I hate working out in silence. So, by all means, put something on in the background. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start out with some warm-ups like we've done before. So we're going to start with the wrists first and foremost. So bringing them out in front of you. Turning the palms, so turning the front of the elbow up, and just start to pull the fingers towards the hands. Hopefully feeling a bit of sensation up through the forearms, depending on how many of Matt's brutal upper body workouts you've been doing. Good. And then turn the hands out, and again, pull them out to the side. Good. Turn the hands up, and then we're going to pull the fingers down. You might feel some sensation here. If you don't, you're welcome to just apply a tiny bit of pressure on the back of the hand, on each hand. It's entirely up to you. Good. And then we're going to build up a little bit of strength through the forearms, so just pulsating the hands in front. Perhaps bring them up overhead. Start to involve the shoulders a little bit. Good. Keep pulsing. Start to bring them out by your sides, hold them. Turn the palms down, keep pulsing. Start to notice which hand is slowing down, try and keep pulsing. Good, and then shake them out. Interlace the fingers for me. We're just going to start to move through the wrists, creating that wave. Good, and then going the other way. Good, and then shake them out. You're going to bring the arms in front of you, and I want you to just try, it sounds quite weird, make fists with the hands and try and think about moving from the elbows. You're trying to keep the shoulders relatively still, trying to make circles from the elbows. There, good. And then go the other way. Good, and then we're going to be working into the shoulders, so bringing the arms out by your side and just making really small circles. Getting a little bit bigger, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades behind you so we're not using the pecs to hold these arms up. Maybe get a little bit bigger again. And then start to get smaller. Smaller again, and then go the other way. Starting small. Getting a little bit larger. Is your shoulder all right with this, Lisa? Okay. And get larger again. Get smaller. I don't know what's wrong with my shoulders at the moment. They're absolutely dead. Smaller again. Good, and then shake them all out. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a core warm-up. We've done this one before, so sitting as far forward as you can. We'll start with the hands across the chest. If your shoulders are not knackered, you're welcome to bring the elbows up. If they're tired, bring them down. Use your core. Try and brace through the rib cage. So again, we're making sure we're not creating that lordotic curve in the lower back. Pinch the ribs in. And then gently just twist to one side and hold. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Hold. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, so leaving the hands on the shoulders, choosing to bring the arms up. We've done these for the last few weeks, so choose your variation. Ribs draw in, and we're just going to lean the body back as far as we can get it towards the chair. Feel the core start to shake and come back up. Lean the body back. And slowly come up. 2 more times. And come up. Last time. Lean back and hold. If you've got the arms up, bring them down by your side, and then bring them back up. If you've got your arms across your chest, I want you to extend the arms in front of you and cross them over. We're going to do this 3 times. Try not to move the upper body, just moving the arms. Good. Come back up. Okay. So we're going to start with the upper body. We're not going to do lateral raises first because that would be mean after doing those horrible circles. So we're going to do an Arnold press. So getting hold of your tins or weights if you are fortunate enough to have nice hand weights. I do not. I did, and then I've done them. Leaving house too much. Okay, so we're going to start hands together, tins in front. And you want the elbows to be about shoulder height, so we're not dropping too far down and we're not coming too far up. Once you're here, think about protracting the shoulders, so we're trying to pull them back behind us. Good, and then we're going to draw the arms out, start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the arms up, trying to make the tins meet at the top. Bring them back down. Squeeze the arms in. Good, open up. And up. Down. And in front. Good. You're going to go for 10 of these. Moving in your own time, really working on that shoulder engagement. Really pull the shoulder blades behind you. Perhaps use your webcam. Notice if one hand is coming further over than the other and the other one's coming to meet it, and see if you can meet them in the middle. Good. Nice. My shoulders, 3. In, open, 2. In front. And 1. And in front. Okay, so if you have a resistance band, what I'd like you to do is loop it behind the chair. If you don't have a resistance band, we're simply going to work on a bit more of a mind-body connection. If you have it, you're going to come to sit on the chair, at the back, and you're going to bring it. Ooh, hopefully it won't ping off the top and knock me out. Okay. You're going to bring it in front, take it into the hands. What we're going to do is work on the chest, and we're just going to push it forward and bring it back. If you don't have a resistance band, what I want you to think about doing, well, regardless, is keep the rib cage in. So we're not pushing the low back into the mat, into the chair even. We're drawing the rib cage in. So we've still got a natural curve of the spine. We're just not doing this to create the movement forward. Okay? Okay. If you are working without resistance band, you're going to really think about first, push the hands a little bit further forward so that you start to feel the pecs engage, and you're gonna hold there instead without a resistance band. Wendy, I don't know if you have one or not, I can't see you, love. Okay, and then otherwise we're gonna keep.
No, I don't have one, I'm just holding the cans.
Perfect, fine, grand, and then draw it back. Good, push it forward, squeeze the pecs at the top. Bring it back. Speed it up a little bit. We're going to go for 15 of these, keeping the elbows up as you come back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then push up. Good. So each time, reset at the bottom, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push forward. Bring it back, squeeze the shoulder blades, push forward. Notice at what point as well in this movement the shoulder blades start to want to peel apart, and see if you can squeeze them together. Good. Oh, uh-oh. 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 2. And 1. Good. Hopefully everyone's done 15. Okay. Right, next one. Again, if you have a band, use that. If you don't, work with tins. You're going to bring it underneath the feet. And we're going to do raises. We're only going to shoulder height. We're not going no higher than that. And we're going to hold at the top. So if, like me, your resistance band isn't particularly strong, which is great, you're going to hold at the top and we're going to hold up here. Just an isometric hold. So you can do tins instead and just bring them up and hold here instead. Work with what works for you. Okay, so whenever you're ready, again, we're going for 15. So shoulder blades retract first, lift up, hold, and come down, and up, hold, and come down, up, hold, and down, up, hold, and down, up, hold, and down, up, down, up, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down, 11, down, 12, and down, good, 13, almost down, 14, and down, 15, and down, good. Okay, get rid of your tins for a second. So, if you, depends on where you're working. So option 1 for the next thing, I don't have anything in front of me to kind of demonstrate this. You would basically bring yourself forward on your seat, bring yourself against a table or a desk. You're going to make a diamond shape with the fingers. Bring them onto said object in front. And you're going to lower yourself forward, squeeze the elbows behind you. I mean, you can do it without a bench, to be honest, if you're good enough at kind of connecting mind and body. So lowering the chest, forward, squeeze the elbows behind, push back up. So you can do it without something in front of you, or if you want to, whatever, you can turn yourself around to face your chair and make the diamond shape there. And option 1 would be plant the feet set down, elbows go back, push up, or you can walk the legs all the way back and do it in a plank. Elbows go back and up. We're going for 10 of these, so choose the variation that works better for you. Feet planted, and we're lowering the chest down, would be option sort of 2, or you can walk the feet all the way back, or yeah, work on a desk. It's a hard exercise, so definitely take the version that fits your body. So we're going to go for 15 of these. Does that work, Sarah? Great, cool. So again, really thinking, retract the shoulders first, lower the chest down, and push back up. Lower the chest down, elbows squeeze back, should be getting into the triceps for this one. Good, keep going. That's it, Lisa. Walk the feet back a little bit. There you go, good. 4 triceps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And up. 5 more, 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Ooh, okay. Excuse my hair, it's feral. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to target into the biceps. So again, using whatever it is you're working with, walking the hands wider. So fingers, Lisa, if your shoulders are still not quite cooperating, instead of having the hands forward, just turn the hands out, so grabbing the outside. And just work on the elbows going wider, so you're hitting into the biceps as opposed to in where we're getting the triceps. Or working with, if you're working with a desk in front of you, same again, so hands go quite wide as you come forward, really spray the elbows out. Okay, take the variation that works for you. We're going to go for 15 of those. Lowering yourself down and up. Down and up. Maybe start to build up a bit of speed, as long as you can keep the form. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on, you got 2 more there. 14, 15. Good. Okay. Enough of the upper body. If you want to repeat it afterwards, obviously do. We've just got 30 minutes to try and do a little bit of everything. So next exercise is going to be core based. And we're going to kind of handy it. So option 1, fingers interlaced behind the head regardless. Option 1, you're simply going to lean. You're going to kind of go across to the right side and then forward slightly, bringing the elbow down. If you want to take this up a notch because you're like, not feeling a huge amount, I mean, you should. You can always bring it to the knee and down and mix it up that way instead. But honestly, if you're contracting properly and you're twisting slightly forward with the right elbow and then bringing it down, you should really feel the obliques start to crunch. We'll go for 6 on each side. We'll do 12. So when you're ready, bringing the hands behind the head. Really draw, you know what I say, draw the ribs in, twist slightly forward, and then either bring it to the knee or just bring it down and come up. Left elbow slightly forward, bring it down and up. Right elbow, down and up. Left, down and up. Right, down and up. Left. Really trying to focus on squeezing in as you come forward. Good. And up. Down. And up. Down. And up. Last one. Good. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, again, options. Option 1. Work with tins, and I want you to think about the core. So instead of kind of just pushing away here, I want you to lean back and push away. So the core is constantly active, and by inviting some movement into the upper body, this is having to work harder to stabilize ourselves. That is option 1. Again, option 2, if you want to take it up a notch, you can try balancing with the feet and do it this way. There's always options to make it slightly more challenging, but obviously take the variation that fits you. But regardless, I'm not even going to say it. You know what I mean. We're going to lean the body back. So make sure you're not resting on the chair because it kind of takes out what we're trying to work on. Make sure you're lifting up through the crown of the head and then taking the variation that works for you. The further you lean back, obviously, the harder this is to maintain. I'm going for 20 of these reps. You can go as fast as you like. Maybe lean back a little bit further for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, next one. We're going to go back to those twists and hold that we started with. Option 1, here. You can hold on to the edge of the shoulders if you prefer. Option 2, arms up. Option 3, cactus the arms out, and then you're starting to integrate more shoulders as well. In, take a deep breath, lean and twist towards the left side, hold, or right side. We're going to go both ways. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Twist the other way. Inhale, come to center. One thing I will say is do notice what goes on with the knees. You tend to find that as you twist, this happens and the knee comes forward. It's because the hip is trying to take out some of the movement. To really focus where we want it, we've got to make sure the hips stay level. So just be quite mindful to try and squeeze the glutes to stop the hips from twisting as you do it. There we go, good. And you probably won't get halfway near as far around. That's okay. So we're going to do 5 more on each side. So twisting, watching the hips. Come back to center, twisting. Come to center. If you want to take it up, by all means, bring your tins into your hands. I am not. Notice if the rib cage is starting to flare out, so she should come back to center and try to hug it in. Zara's taken up. She got weights in her hands. I'm on my last one. Good. Okay. When you are done, there's no rush. We're going to come back and do that one when we lean back, because you've done quite a lot of oblique work, certainly for the warm up and then again. So we're just going to make sure we're really making sure we target those front muscles. So when you feel ready, taking your tins, in front of you, lean the body back, and then rep for 20. You can go higher with the tins if you want, again, making it slightly more challenging, going further overhead. Keeping the rib cage really tight at the front of the body, don't let it lean out. Maybe go back a little bit further. Further again for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, nice. Right, we're going to stretch out the upper body and then we'll do a little bit on the core and then we'll do a little bit on the legs just to finish off. So we're going to bring the hands behind, fingers face down. So you get a weird movement. I'm double jointed, which makes it very easy for me. If this is hard for you, tell me. You're going to interlace your fingers, the palms face up, and I'd like you to turn them down onto the chair. So you have to wiggle your hips further forward. Bring the arms as far back as you can. Shoulders really peel back, lift the chest up. One more deep breath cycle, really as you inhale, fill up the chest, lift the sternum. Good, and then gently release the hands. Okay, so we're just going to stretch out the triceps. Not too many creative ways of doing this, so just bring one hand out, opposite hand to the elbow. The elbow will want to wing out slightly or the head will move away. You try and keep the elbow directly towards the ceiling. Keeping the hand as close to the back as you can, so really getting into the triceps. And gently stretch those out and swap sides. Making sure as well the head doesn't come forward to kind of compensate this movement. Try and use the head, pull it back, create a really nice double chin. Cool. Shake out the arms. Right, leg time. Okay, so we are going to come to a standing position. First option is just to do pulse squats. So we're going to come down, rib cage, you know what I'm going to say, stays tucked. Lower yourself down, just touch it, come straight back up, squeeze at the top. We're going to do 10 of those just to build up a little bit of warmth in the legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we're going to try and do pistol squats. If your chair is going to be too low, put a cushion or something on top of it. If you think you're going to be all right, grand. So we're basically going to go for 5 on each leg. Option 1 with the pistol squat. Leg goes in front, heel presses down, arms. Make sure I'm not going to sit on the floor. Come down, lower, push back up. That's option 1. So we're pushing the heel down, which keeps the hamstrings engaged as if we were balancing. And we're just building the strength, really thinking about pushing off the bent leg. That's option 1. Option 2, leg goes all the way out. And we do 5 with the leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your variation, swap the legs over. Coming back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Okay, This time what I'd like you to do, again, if you've got a resistance band, great. Wendy, you're going to work with tins. We're just going to do one last exercise to finish. So if you're working with tins, feet are going to go quite wide apart. Toes turn out, and we're just going to do a quick deadlift. So to do that, we're going to soften through the knees. We're going to do an RDL, which means Romanian deadlift, basically a straight leg. But the knees want to be soft. Think about pushing the hips back so the weight really drives back into the heels as you lean the body forward. And then come all the way up, squeeze the glutes at the top. Good, we're going to go for 10 of these. 9, not going beyond 90. Wendy, I know you're as bendy as I am. Takes quite a lot of work to actually not go lower than 90. Good. 6. Squeeze 5. Squeeze 4. Squeeze 3. Squeeze 2. And 1. Good. Okay, come back. We're going to do one more round of each of those. So coming back to your pistol squat, either leg out or lift it up. And when if you want to make it more challenging, move further away. So you're literally just going to tap the chair. Up to you. When you're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come back to find your tins. Or your band, if you're using a band, just bring it underneath the feet. So same again, feet quite wide, toes slightly turned out, soften through the knees, hips track back, weight into the heels, don't go past 90. And then come up and really squeeze. Forward, 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 watch the ribs as well. Come up, 9. 8, keep the shoulders back all the way through that movement. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we'll just stretch out the legs quickly. So coming to find a seat. Bringing one leg over the top of the other, finding that figure 4 shape. One hand goes onto the ankle, the other one goes just above the knee. And gently push the hips back, try and draw the crown of the head forward so you find length through the low back, and then gently lean forward over that leg. Arm up, swap sides. Again, hand not on the knee, just above it. Apply a little bit of pressure downwards. Hips go back, lean forward. Slowly bring yourself up. Bring your legs out in front, give them a bit of a shake. Stand yourself up, just going to take a very quick forward fold. So just allowing yourself to peel all the way down, grabbing opposite elbow and hanging there at the bottom. Invite a little bit of movement from left to right, just stretch out the obliques as you do. And then slowly release the hands down, roll all the way back up. Whew, good, you are done.